It's very rare to find an enterprise organization with one AWS account. They basically have 2 or more AWS accounts.
Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to learn how enterprise organizations securely connect multiple AWS accounts together using AWS IAM Cross-Account Access. My name is Crispinus Jacob, AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate, and in this video, I'll show you step by step on how organizations securely grant temporary access between AWS accounts using IAM roles and AWS STS following AWS best security practices. Now, according to AWS well-architected framework under security pillar, one of the most important principles is the principle of least privilege, meaning users and systems should only have a minimum permission required to perform their tasks. And this is exactly why cross-account IAM access is extremely important in the enterprise cloud environment. Most organizations do not operate using a single AWS account. Instead, they separate workloads such as production, development, staging, security, and logging into completely different AWS accounts for better governance, security, and operational control. Instead of sharing passwords, creating unnecessary IAM users, or exposing long-term access keys, AWS allows organizations to securely use temporary residential through IAM roles and AWS STS. So in this demonstration, we are going to configure cross-account access step by step, creating the trust relationship, assign permission, and test secure role assumption between two AWS accounts. So with that said, let's jump straight into the demo.
So as I've said, it is very rare to find an enterprise organization with one AWS account. They basically have 2 or more AWS accounts so that they can separate what each account does. So like for example, in this setup that I've drawn here, you can see this company or this enterprise has 2 AWS accounts. As you can see, they mainly have a development or test account and the production account. So this production account is the one that is running the production workload. Then this is the development account that can be used by developers when performing the development operations. So as you can see, we have a user here. So this user, we can call him Stacy. So Stacy needs to access the production account so that he can deploy a new resource or he can deploy a new instance or a server. So instead of coming to the production account and creating the credential or creating password, then give him back, that will be tiresome and it will not be a secure way of doing that. So instead, we can use the IAM role. So what are IAM role? IAM role basically gives temporary permissions for resources or application to access AWS services. So basically, we can create a role, then this user can assume the role, then he can perform the task that he wanted. So this user, we have called him Stacy. So as you can see, Stacy needs to access the other account. So that is what we are going to implement. So right here, I am in the production AWS console. So this is the production account. So the first step I will need to do, I'll just come in the search box. Then I'll type IAM. IAM basically stands for Identity and Access Management. Then I'll open it in a new tab. So I will open it in a new tab. Then I will wait for it to load. Now that it has loaded, let's go to roles. Then create a role. So I'll click create a role. Then I'll choose the trust entity type. For our case, we want another AWS account to assume the role, then access ours. So we shall choose AWS account. So as you can see, you can also do for this account, but for our case, this is a cross-account access. So we shall use another AWS account. So as you can see, we need to enter the ID. I'll paste the ID there. If you want to make it more secure, you can enable the multi-factor authentication or even require the external ID. But for our case, we are not going to do that. So I'll click next. As you can see, we need to attach some policies to the role. So for our case, we want the user to deploy some resources or EC2 instances. So we will need to give them access to EC2 servers. So I'll search EC2 full access, EC2 full. Or let me try to expand my screen. So I'll search EC2. Then you can see there it is EC2 full access. Then I'll tick it. Then click next. So I'll need to give the role name. So what I'll do, I will type here cross-account access. Cross-account access. So that is the role name. Then I can give it a description for this role. You can just type cross-account access. Then I'll just create the role. Awesome. Now that the role has been created, you can see the role is now created. Now let's go to the development account. So I'm now in the development account. So we shall go directly to IAM, Identity and Access Management. So after going to IAM, we can just go to IAM groups. So as I've said, we have a user called Stacy. Stacy is a part of cloud support development team. So you can see there's Stacy. So we need Stacy to access the production account so that he can launch some server. So what we'll do, we'll come to the group that Stacy belongs, which is cloud support dev. Then I'll click the group. Then after clicking the group, I'll click permissions. Then I'll click add permissions. Then I'll click create an inline policy. So after clicking there, I'll click this JSON. Then I'll expand this. So what I'll do, I'll just come to AWS documentation. Then I'll paste this command here. So this command I've got it from AWS documentation. I'll leave the link in the bio. So after that, as you can see, this allows this AWS account to assume this role. So what we'll need to do, we just need to update the ARN, which includes the account ID and then the role name. So I'll just come to this other account, then copy the ARN, then come here, then paste it here. Then I'll paste it. As you have seen, we have a cross-account access, which is the name of the role, then the account ID of the production account, and that is the way we do it. STS assume role. So after that, I just click next. I can give the policy name. I can call it cross-account. Can call it cross-account. Then after that, I'll create the policy. As you can see now, the policy is attached to the user called Stacy or this group called support dev. Under permission tab, you can see the cross account. So to test it, we need to log into Stacy as the IAM user. Then we try to switch the role. So let me do it. So right now I've logged in the Stacy IAM user in the test account or the development account. So this is the account. As you can see, many of the actions are denied because we don't have any permission. So let's now assume the role. So to assume the role, just click here where there is account ID. Then you scroll down, you'll see a button called switch role. Then I'll click it. So after doing that, I need to enter the account ID where the role exists, which is the production account. So I'll just come and paste the account ID of the production. Let me just copy. I'll copy the account ID of the production account. Then I'll paste it there. After that, the role name. The role name is Cross-Account Access. I'll copy the role name, then come and paste it here. I'll paste it there. After that, I'll just come here, then switch role. So as you can see, we are now using the temporary residential, and we have now access to the production server. So to test that, I'll go to region, which is US East 1. Then I'll try to deploy a server. So to do that, I'll click EC2, or I'll search in the search box. I'll search just EC2. EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. It is a virtual server in the cloud. So after that, I will click instances, then launch instance. Then I can call it prod server 2. Then the AMI, I'll select Amazon Linux. Then everything I'll leave to default. Proceed with no key pair, since it is just a test. Then after that, I'll just launch an instance. As you can see, it is creating security group, launching initiation, success. So it really worked. So as you can see, the instance is already running in the running state. So to test that, let me go now to the production account and check if there is an instance being launched. So to do that, I'll come to the production account. So this is the production account. Then I'll search EC2, then click EC2, then check if an instance is running called prod server 2 on region which is US East 1. So as you can see, we are in the US East 1. Then come to instances. So let's wait. As you can see now, it worked. So as you can see, we have now, we can see the server that we have launched. So that means that we were able to gain access to the production server and launch the server without using username and password, which is more secure by just using IAM Role Cross-Account Access. Thank you for watching. If you find this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Otherwise, have a great day.